The Sikorsky UH-60 Black Hawk has proven to be a reliable workhorse for the US military and other militaries across the world. But why is the UH-60 Black Hawk known as a Badass Helo? What is special about the Blackhawk helicopter? Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we'll be educating you about the Sikorsky UH-60 Black Hawk. Before we get into the video, kindly note that the information provided in this video is for educational purposes only. Without further ado, let's dive in. The Black Hawk was first developed with the US Army 101st Airborne Division in the middle of 1979, replacing the veteran UH-1 Hueys. Even when compared to her contemporaries, the Black Hawks have a distinct appearance that make them easily identifiable. So let's talk about their design a little bit. Seating for the pilot and co-pilot, commonly known as the flight crew, is located in the forward area of the fuselage, with window panels above, below, and to the sides. An entry-exit door is built for each crew position. With two non-movable main gear struts and a rotating lock tail wheel assembly, the UH-60A has a dragging tail wheel landing gear arrangement. The Black Hawk can be equipped with landing skis for operations in Arctic conditions. The UH-60A has troop quarters for 8 people that can be removed to make room for 4 full-size medical leaders. In assault-ready configuration, the Black Hawk can transport 11 fully outfitted combat personnel, or 14 in a maximum capacity circumstance. The troop carrying capacity is limited to 20 lightly armed troops. The Black Hawk's dedicated MEDEVAC variant can carry up to 6 leaders. Each side of the cargo compartment on the UH-60A is fitted with rearward movable and lockable doors. The exterior freight hook has an 8,000-pound capacity. The External Store Support System, or ESSS, is made up of 2 external wing-like structures that are mounted to the airframe above the cargo entrance. Each ESSS wing has 2 pylons that can be removed. The wings can carry a single 230-gallon fuel tank as well as a single 450-gallon fuel tank and are rated at 5,000 pounds apiece. This gives the UH-60A an unrefueled self-deployment range of 12,000 nautical miles. The twin turboshaft engines produce a top speed of approximately 183 miles per hour with a never exceed speed of 222 miles per hour. The average cruise speed is 173 miles per hour. With a ferry range of 1,380 miles, a battle radius of 368 miles is achievable. The service ceiling is reported to be 19,000 feet with a rising rate of 700 feet per minute. The cargo hauling capacity is 2,640 pounds of internal freight. External hauling is restricted to a weight limit of 8,000 pounds. So now let's talk a bit about their variants. As envisioned, the Black Hawk helicopter is capable of doing almost any battlefield-related mission. This includes its usual mission as a troop transport vehicle, as well as cargo, artillery transport, offensive assault, special operations, insertion and extraction, search and rescue, and MEDEVAC. Several Black Hawks have been converted for VIP transport tasks for the US government, and while transporting the President of the United States, they are given the call sign Marine 1. Utility-based types to specialist models are all available. The UH-60A was based on the original US Army production Black Hawk, whereas the UH-60L included updated T700 G701C engines and other improvements. The UH-60M replaced the initial production Black Hawks with improved features. The UH-60Q was used for medical evacuations, while the MH-60K and the MH-60L types were handed to Special Operation Forces. The VH-60D Nighthawk and the VH-60N Whitehawk variants were VIP aircrafts in US service. The series is known as Sikorsky S-70 by the firm. The US Army's designation is UH-60 Black Hawk, whereas the US Air Force designation is HH-60 Pavehawk. The helicopter is used by the US Coast Guard in HH-60 Jayhawk configuration. The SH-60 Seahawk is used by the United States Navy. Many export versions of the Black Hawk have also appeared, with majority bearing the S-70 designation. So what about the weaponry? The ESSS can carry up to 16 Hellfire missiles, and when combined with the ability to carry a further 16 missiles internally, an armed Black Hawk can rearm itself in the middle of a mission. 2 General Electric T700 GE701 turboshaft engines with 1560 shaft horsepower each power the US-60A. A total of 360 gallons of internal gasoline is stored in 2 crash-worthy fuel tanks. The Black Hawk can carry 2 230-gallon exterior tanks and add up to 2 additional auxiliary 185-gallon tanks in the cargo compartment if it's fitted with ESSS. Also, the Black Hawk can fly with just 1 engine. VHF-FM, UHF-FM, and VHF-AM-FM radios, as well as encrypted IFF identification system are all included in the UH-60A. The Black Hawk has an AN/APR-39 one radar warning receiver, as well as an AN/ALQ-144 infrared countermeasure system, and a shaft flare dispenser for self-defense. While the UH-60A does not have any specialized armament systems, it does have two pintle mounts. The M60 GP 7.62mm machine gun and the M240 7.62mm machine gun, the 50 caliber GAU-19A machine gun, and the General Electric M134 7.62mm 6-barrel minigun are among the weapons that can be mounted on these pintles. The UH-60A can be equipped with up to 16 Hellfire missiles, 2.75 FFAR rocket pods, FIM-92 Stinger anti-air missiles, and aerial mine delivery systems like the VOLCANO and the M56 mine delivery system using the ESSS system. The UH-60L Black Hawk is a modernized version of the UH-60A Black Hawk, which first saw service with the US Army in 1978. So now let's talk about its upgrades. The modification of the existing UH-60A aircraft to the L standard, as well as the construction of new airframes, began in 1989 with the UH-60L. In November 1989, the first UH-60L was delivered. Since 2006, more than 600 UH-60L aircrafts have been delivered, with production scheduled to continue until a UH-60L line is replaced by a new production UH-60M aircraft. The UH-60L looks remarkably similar to UH-60A from the outside. The hover IR suppression system, which is designed to cool engine exhaust gases during hovering and in forward flight, is one of the major enhancements. The L model is ESSS capable and is rated for all the same armament systems as the UH-60A. On the UH-60L, which has a maximum lift rating of 9,000 pounds, the exterior cargo hook limit has been increased. Two General Electric T700G401C turboshaft engines, each rated at 1,880 shaft horsepower, power the UH-60L. The internal fuel arrangements in the L model are identical to those in the A model. Most onlookers will remember the Black Hawk's role in the assault on Mogadishu, Somalia's capital city, for the rest of their lives. Two Black Hawk helicopters were shot down by enemy rocket-propelled grenade during the assault, resulting in a horrifically televised displays of American lives lost, 18 in total, including 1 captured and 73 wounded, effectively signaling the beginning of the end of the US involvement in that country. The events of September 11, 2001 compelled direct American engagement in Afghanistan, and later Iraq, extending the Black Hawk helicopter's unwritten history into the future. The current Black Hawk production model is UH-60M. The Black Hawk has operators all over the world, from the Pacific Rim to South America, the Middle East to Europe. The United States, Colombia, South Korea, Turkey, and Australia are among the largest operators. The UH-60 Black Hawk, in all of its variants, should see active duty far into the 2020s, with thousands of units in circulation globally. The successful May 2011 raid on Osama bin Laden's compound in Pakistan by US Navy SEAL forces is claimed to have used a stealthified variant of the UH-60 Black Hawk. The helicopter is believed to be equipped with a slew of high-tech features that reduce the aircraft's radar signature and noise levels. The former via unique fabric coating or skin, and the latter with a disc-shaped insulation over the tail rotor blade and potentially engine housings. These Black Hawks remained undiscovered throughout the operation, albeit one was lost due to a malfunction and was blown up on the ground before the mission's conclusion. The 9/11 mastermind was killed as a result of the operation. The Pakistani authorities, on the other hand, picked up on the wreckage and exploding chopper and carried it away to undisclosed location. It's worth noting that the Chinese government has a good working connection with the Pakistan's administration and could be looking for similar technologies to advance their own stealth initiatives. For years to come, the now legendary Black Hawk will play an important role in the US and Allied military operations. But even as the sun sets on the Army's drab-green fleet of the H-60 combat rotorcraft, the future looks busy for this multifunctional workhorse. The Black Hawk was created with the sole purpose of surviving, and it appears that it will continue to do so. Which hawk do you like the most? Do let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other videos.